We start with another example of an innocent bystander getting swept up into a crime spree in Albuquerque. This suspect, Kevin Donovan, had a short court appearance today as police say he stole a vehicle at the Sunport, kidnapping a man who was trying to stop him. And we're going to get to Spencer's shot now. And luckily, Spencer, the chase afterward ended peacefully, and you tracked down this man who was kidnapped. This was a chaotic series of events.
Yeah, Tommy, chaotic is one way to describe what happened to Austin Ocharo on Thursday. He was doing his job at the Sunport, delivering lost luggage to travelers, when a man jumped into the car he was loading up. Driving up to the arrival lane at the Sunport is something hundreds of New Mexicans do every day, whether it's to pick up friends, family, or even some lost luggage. Austin Ocharo works for a company returning suitcases to travelers.
And that was 7 o'clock, so that was 1 hour into my shift.
When his shift took an unexpected turn.
I was loading up her vehicle and she came around to give me a hug, and that's when her front door, I guess, was open. And when she gave me a hug, he jumped in.
Ocharo was quick to tell the suspect, Kevin Donovan, to get out of the car, but he soon found himself trapped.
I kind of had my body halfway in, halfway out, but then he just took off. And then when he took off, I realized the situation I was in, and I started to panic.
According to the criminal complaint, Donovan drove onto the interstate, and that's when Ocharo noticed that he had a full tank of gas and kept asking to be let out of the car.
I brought up I had a wife and a kid. I was like, let me out, I have a family. And the first thing he said is, I don't have a family. I don't have a wife and a kid. What does it matter to me? And then that put me in the reality of the situation I was in.
After driving up and down I-25 and 40, Ocharo saw his chance to escape.
He went off on the San Mateo exit, and he drove slow enough because of the traffic where I just unbuckled, jumped, and got out of the car.
The criminal complaint goes on to say police found the car on the way to the Isleta Casino. They followed him back up to San Mateo and Osuna, where they were able to pop both of his back tires. But that didn't stop him. He drove on the rims of the car all the way to Rio Rancho before turning around and eventually being arrested near West Side and Golf Course. Ocharo says while he is relieved his kidnapper was caught, he still feels for the other people who were impacted by this crime spree.
That lady, she's a traveling nurse. She came here to help out. She didn't come here to get her stuff taken from her.
Now, I also reached out to the Sunport to talk about this incident, and they said in a statement today, safety and security are always a top priority at the Sunport. Thursday's incident was isolated. However, we have added additional patrols for both Securitas and APD on both arrival and departures. Ocharo adds he's always felt safe at the Sunport, and at the time of the kidnapping, he saw multiple security guards rushing towards the car as it drove off.
Yeah, a lot of people feel safe right in that exact spot. Thank you, Spencer.